worked a pretty bad job. It was probably the worst job I worked quite recently. I was working as a housekeeper, you know, and it was sort of like a maid job. I didn't go through any training, you know. I'm like a self-made maid. So I got this job, and it was with a celebrity musician, right? And you know, she's quite big, and she's got a villa in Tenby that I was supposed to, you know, maintain, and sometimes she'd be in, but very rarely, only when she's touring. And I remember that, you know, I'm pretty good when it comes to housekeeping, but the main thing that I have trouble with is mopping, because I've got pretty short arms, so anytime I try and do the figure of eight, I just end up just sweeping my fucking legs from under me. So it's not great. So I remember one day I skimped on mopping, right? And I remember, you know, I don't want to say the name of the celebrity because, you know, it was my worst job because it was the first job I ever got insulted at by my boss, you know. She called me a pussy. Can you believe that, getting called a pussy by your boss as a mate? I couldn't believe it, man. But, you know, she would come in sometimes, she was drunk, and, you know, she would come in and instantly she would be like a hawk, just start analyzing the whole villa, right? And I remember she came in and within seconds, you know, she had a lackey, a PA behind her, you know, closing the doors behind her and stuff. And she just looked at the unmopped floor. And I'm not going to tell you her name, but she looked at the unmopped floor and she instantly just scowled at me. And she pointed at a lackey and she said, "Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass pussy." I was like, I'm not going to tell you her name. I'm not going to tell you her name, all right? Because I don't want to disclose that information. Her name was Megan. And yeah, I was just, I couldn't even reason with her. I was like, Madame the Stallion, which is what she wanted to be called. You know, like, this is unfair. This is the most unprofessional shit I've ever come across. And she wouldn't have any of it. She'd just come right up to my face, and then she'd booty bump me into a bookshelf or something. Anyway, that's all a lie. That never happened. I don't want to do that to Megan. She's a good lady.